Virgo, stop trying to climb a ladder that someone else has built and start defining what success looks like for you. That's what this transit, this energy in the horoscope this week wants you to embrace. Let's take a look at it now. This video is a forecast for your sun, moon, and rising sign. Do check out all three videos because they will all give you some information about what is coming up in the week ahead for you. They're going to tell you how the stars are going to affect your life this week. I'm Kesenya, and welcome to the Astro News and Weather for the first week of July 2026. And don't forget, my friends, this is tropical Vedic astrology, not sidereal astrology. Do look it up if you need to know the difference. And yes, I am a real person, not AI. So this week we are looking at the 4th of July. Happy anniversary to the USA. On the 4th of July, it's a biggie. Gotta say, get ready with your fireworks celebrations. It could really all go off in a very literal sense of the word. Mars will conjunct Uranus on the 4th of July. Last time they were conjunct, it was on top of the head of the Gorgon Algol, the fixed star, and now it's square to the nodes of the moon. Oh, yikes. Get ready, here we go. This is when the volcano explodes, literally and figuratively. We can expect large-scale Earth events when these two planets, Mars and Uranus, come together, and we can expect big rumbles to be felt in our own life as well. Forewarned, forearmed, my friends. But in the positive, this is the energy to use to break out of limiting situations in your life. If you hungered for change, if you're longing for excitement to spice up your life like a Spice Girl, it's now coming in by the truckload. Taking a risk might have a great appeal for you at this time, but be forewarned, it really isn't the wisest time to jump in boots and all, even if you want to. By all means, follow your passions, follow your desires, but with a healthy dose of sensibility, moderation, self-control, and groundedness, my friends. As some have said, there is a narrow path between recklessness and opportunity at this time. So what we can do is direct this energy to its best advantage by creating change in our own life of our own volition. And that way we reduce the risk of unexpected events coming in and shocking the life out of us at this time, okay? So what could we do? We could change our doona cover. We could change our route to work, go a way we've never gone before. We change what we eat for breakfast. Just doing those little things in our everyday life to change things completely could spare ourselves the rug being pulled out from under us in big ways. Forewarned, forearmed, use that piece of advice to your best advantage, my friends. But also you can embrace your crazy now under this energy. Why not? It's the 4th of July. Get wild with your clothing choices. Hello. Experiment with your look. Get a little kinky in the bedroom, It's all good, man, when these two tango like they do this week. Now, firstly, about the conjunction of Mars and Uranus, which occurs every 2 years. This is not a completely unexpected energy. It does happen regularly. Those who follow astrology closely know that Mars and Uranus together bring these impactful Earth events that I spoke about, not least of which is volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. These are powerful times. Now, of course, there are other astronomical and astrological alignments that can trigger Earth events. This isn't the only one, but it's pretty dependable every 2 years. Where it's going to happen on the Earth, though, is anybody's guess, really. As above, so below. What is the symbology of Mars, Uranus, and wildcard Earth events that we can apply to our lives? Let's list a few. Surprises, shocks, breaking out, breaking free, restlessness, agitation, fast changes, not slow, just blink of an eye kind of changes in life, erratic energy, feeling forceful or aggressive, more intensity than we can actually control with this energy, spontaneous, rash, impulsive, rebellious, explosive. These are all words that correlate to this energy. Fights, accidents, bluntness, insensitivity. one or more of these things may be what is manifesting in your life because of the Mars-Uranus conjunction. And what about the Mars skip step that is forming? We've already had the skip step with Uranus a couple of weeks ago. Now, here we go with the Mars skip step. Check out the video for the Uranus skip step energy if you need to. It still applies. It's still in action. But let's take a look at Mars now. There is a critical lesson or action that you've been repeatedly avoiding that this square to the nodes by Mars is going to force you to look at. And that might mean having to face a personal block with your courage, with your boundaries, with self-assertion. There might be an intense underlying feeling that you're experiencing now of being stuck and a sense of urgency that you can't quite put your finger on. Like, I know I need to change. I know I want to change. How do I do it? This can be very, very much at the surface now, and it can lead to irritability if that energy isn't channeled constructively. There's a deep questioning that we may have of our own desires at this time too. We may oscillate between feeling intensely driven to pursue a goal and feeling entirely paralyzed because, well, what if this, what if that? We doubt. There can be heightened potential for power struggles, arguments, confrontations as we try to assert our independence individually and sometimes as a collective as well against the external limitations that want to hold us back. It is a fractious energy. There might be a tendency to take sudden reactive actions out of frustration that can temporarily derail your intended life path where you want to end up because you react just like knee-jerk kind of kickback that really gets you off the track. This energy does serve as a powerful catalyst as well. If we choose to consciously take action at this time, this aspect, if we're wise about our action, can give us the grit that we need to break free from old karmic loops and stagnant patterns that have just got to go. So it is uncomfortable, this week's energy. The events triggered by this square act as a cosmic alignment check, like we're bringing our car in to check its oil. Well, that's what this universe is doing. This universal energy is doing to our journey. Ultimately, it could push us back onto our true evolutionary path now. So, what can we expect with these wild energies unfolding this week individually? Let's check it out now as we look at the forecast for all signs. Virgo, Uranus and Mars conjunct in your 10th house, squaring the nodes, is all about breaking free, getting out of that rut. The 10th house sits at the very peak of your chart. As I'm sure you know, it governs career, it governs your public reputation. It also has to do with dharma, which means life purpose, and the legacy that your soul wants to create and leave behind when it's gone. It's also the house of the visible contribution you're here to make to the world. What does that look like? What are you building? It speaks to authority figures, bosses, governments, father figures, and the social obligations that you have in this realm of life, the responsibilities that you need to carry. They're all 10th house. So with this energy here, it's one of the most visible expressions of this entire transit for any sign. Sudden shifts in career status are to be expected. Cutting out an old career, embracing something more liberating, absolutely on the cards for you now. It could also look like an unexpected move by somebody who has authority over you. You thought you'd have your boss forever? No, he's up and selling the company, putting you in charge. Could look like that. A dramatic change could occur in your public image as well, the reputation that you have, for better or for worse. Your public image may come crashing down, or your public image may go through an absolute boost. There could be also a lightning bolt realization that you experience that the path you've been climbing on, it's not the right one. What am I doing here? This is not what I believe in any longer. That could radically alter what you do out there in the world as a result of this transit and what it does inside you at this time. The nodes make this unmistakably fated. Your dharma, your purpose, is being recalibrated. And so it's time to ask what inspires you. What do you actually want to be remembered for when you're gone? What does the universe want you to achieve in this incarnation? It's so important now. Use this energy to ask those questions. They aren't small questions, and this transit won't let you dodge them, Virgo. You've got to break free here. It means walking away from hollow versions of success, the titles, the prestige, the approval of authority, and it means stepping into the kind of worldly power that comes from doing work that is genuinely and deeply what you care about, what you're invested in. It's time to move in that direction now, my beautiful Virgo friends. And you know what? If you're curious to understand exactly how these potent transiting planets I've just described are affecting you even further, as well as all the others that are forming in your life this week, why not order a transiting planet, actually this year? Why not order a transiting planet report from Guiding Star Astrology for only $18? What could be more perfect than that?